Hey, and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Rose.
And I'm Jessica Bun Bun.
We are here with our new edition of Big Brother 28 live feed spoilers. We are on the other side now, officially, of the first eviction of the season.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's going down in the history books, guys. I can't really remember that many people who managed to seal their own fate in the game based entirely on one singular conversation that they decided to have.
We lost Ashley, and really, Ashley lost Ashley. You had this.
Yes.
There was no reason for you to end up going home tonight, legit. I don't know why she decided to go in this direction,
Yes.
but she did. And she revealed like this whole other side of the house of every person that
Yes.
was helping her. And so, of course, the other side was like, you know what? We were going to save you, but now you're just blabbing everything. We can't actually trust you. So goodbye. It was just watching her at the end of this talking to Julie being like, I don't know why I'm out here. I'll just have to watch it back. I'm like, bro, okay. You did need to just go.
Yeah, you don't need to watch that much back. You can watch a 1 minute clip on social media, and I think, Ashley, it's going to tell you every single thing that you need to know.
Yeah.
Like, I know that there are going to be people who try to find some measure of excuse, and I've tried to find some measure of excuse for what Ashley did, but like the reality here is that, yes, she had advice to go and cause a little bit of chaos, but nobody was like, you know what you should do, Ashley? Go and list off every single person who is trying to keep you in this game.
Yeah, it was a very, very weird move, and it ended up sending her out the door. So, I mean, see ya, Ashley.
Yeah, see you never. No, I mean, we'll talk a little bit more as this video goes around about the real reasons for Ashley's demise beyond what we've said here right now. And of course, also the BB Time Capsule twist. Who's gonna get it? Why? Like, there is a lot to unpack there as well.
Absolutely. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are here every day breaking down the show, live feed spoilers every single day. So don't miss out on that.
And also be sure to join our memberships because we have exclusive Big Brother 28 videos happening there every single week. We did one this past week talking about this unfair HOH twist, which will be relevant again in this video in a minute. But we have another one coming tomorrow. It's going to be really, really fun. We can't wait for you guys to see that. And thank you so much to everyone who has joined our YouTube memberships.
Truly, thank you. It is something that helps Matt and I here a lot at the channel to be able to bring you these videos every single day. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys. That is so, so very appreciated. So just to talk a little bit more about Ashley's exit, just from a little bit of a historical perspective before getting into, I think, a big question for us and, you know, the commenters and really the house guests to think about.
Yeah.
Ashley's pretty unique. She did not get to play in the HOH competition because of this ridiculous twist. She did not get to play in the Power of Veto competition either. So really the only chance that she had was this blockbuster, which I guess technically she had a chance, but it still just feels kind of really.
Watching it, of course, from home, I mean, it felt really obvious that it was Mallory because she was the person who was dressed in red, and every single one of them, she very much stood out. I saw her just popping up over and over and over and over again. I was just like, they're trying to make this as easy as possible. When I saw the two of them come back with Devons, I was like, I don't even know what's happening at this point. Are you guys nervous?
I have to guess that they're nervous. Like, I also didn't understand what Ashley was doing because it felt like she was standing in front of one of the screens for like 90% of the entire competition and not like moving around. It's just such a bizarre way for Ashley to go out in this sense. But I think this is the thing that's going to define a lot of the rest of not just a week or two ahead, but maybe even the rest of the season is the decision to get rid of Ashley, which this really turned about over the last 24 hours, because initially, even after Ashley was doing this, they were still like, okay, yeah, we're going to keep Ashley because these other people, they're with Rome. But they seem to think, and by they, I mean, you know, the Camus group, Devins, like all the people who were sort of in power this week, they have this belief that Mallory, none of these people believe what Ashley was saying anyway. So they're just kind of like, if we all get rid of her and it's unanimous, maybe they will just be like, okay, Ashley was just spouting lies. There's nothing to this split house thing. They're really banking on that idea.
Yeah, and it may actually be something, but I mean, there are a lot of smart players this season, and I think that even just watching this, Melody's not really reacting to this information, but you can see it just coming out all over her face, where she's like, you can see the wheels turning of like, what is happening here? I feel like if anyone is going to really get the ball moving on this, depending on who the next HOH is, it's going to be your girl Melody.
I think she's got a good chance. Like, her reads have not been perfect, but she has made it clear.
She was handed this
Yes,
information.
she was handed this information. She is a gamer. We saw her try on the feeds all week long to get something going, to really play the game. Like, if anyone's going to hold on to this, it's her. And I just think that what we ultimately saw from the D group, Devins, Drew, Barrett, all these people, is that they're trying to play the long game here and feeling like showing a split house this early. It's great for us as feeders because it gives us drama. It's not always that good for players. And so they're just banking on that idea that they can kind of still be fluid moving forward.
Camus, you want out my guy Drew? That slip, I was like, oh no, oh no. If we end up in a situation where he is the next HOH, my guy is in trouble.
Okay, my initial reaction, just when Camus said that, I was like, Jess is fuming right now. You have just made a permanent adversary, Camus.
I was already not rooting for Camus, but at the same time, I have said that I do want to see Drew have to have his feet to the fire a little bit. He's a really good player, very social, in a good spot. If he's going to end up winning, I do want to see him have to face adversity of some sort. Yeah. Not week 2 though, because at this point there is so many votes that it could really go any which way with someone like Drew. He's going to end up being a very dangerous player if they allow him to stay in the house too long. So I'm not here being like, how dare you, Camus? I actually understand why he would be looking at somebody like Drew.
I think what we're going to be getting here is hopefully an HOH that's equitable. I want to see some chaos. I wouldn't be mad if the Rome side wins, but here's a caveat to make sure that Drew's not in really real danger. Drew just wins the veto, and that way Drew never really has to campaign that hard. He gets like a whiff of danger, but he doesn't end up exposing like his entire game. He doesn't go through the campaign process, and ultimately it just kind of keeps the game unpredictable. I am a little worried, and I say this because we had a unanimous vote. None of you guys were even brave enough to just do a throwaway vote. Like, give us a hinky vote. Like, give us something fun. I don't want this season to become predictable.
I don't want it to be predictable either, but it is very early in the game to do something like that. You could really just, people don't know each other that well yet. Anything is enough of a reason to get rid of somebody this early on. So I get it that it's not happening right now.
Okay, let's just turn over to the BB Time Capsule, because whoever receives this first one, per Julie, is going to be notified in the next 24 hours.
Yep.
Let's just start with this, though. Is anyone else just angry in their bones that Julie revealed it to everyone at this point? Because you know what this means. They're going to be like, please, life feeders, just give me a power. I will thank. There is going to be an unprecedented amount of pandering. I do not want to be pandered to.
Here's the thing. I think there's only a few people that are going to end up with this power, and it's super unfair at this point.
Yes.
That we're gonna end up very likely seeing either one of the two survivor people or Angela ending up with this power. And the only newbie that I could see that would possibly end up getting this, I'll put my hard hat on for this, is actually Lyric.
Oh, no.
And I know that not
no.
everybody loves Lyric, but Lyric has a huge following on TikTok, like a massive following. So if her people come out for her, if even a quarter of her people come out for her, she's won it.
Yeah, this is going to be a really fun litmus test of like, all right, which fandom is actually the most extreme? Is it the TikTok fandom? Is it the Survivor fandom? Or is it Big Brother fans? Because I will admit, like, my first reaction to this, and I was confident about it for a while, was that it's going to be Angela, returning
Yeah.
Big Brother player. We know Big Brother fans support one of their own, but the problem here with Angela is that her own community is very iffy on her. Like, there's some people who love her, there's people who can't stand her. I do wonder, tinfoil hat here,
Hmm.
is there going to be more sympathy towards Angela, even from the Facebook crowd that hates Angela, in the wake of what happened with Jason?
And I think yes. I think that uh, people, from what I've seen online, are kind of softening towards her. She's come back in with a different attitude where she's like, I really want to win this game. I
Yeah,
don't want to play like that. You know, I really unraveled. It is a very hard game. I'm not
yeah.
excusing anything, but it is a very hard game where you don't always end up acting as yourself. She's come in and she's like, I really want to play differently. I want to do better. I want to grow. Even Dee is like, she's working on herself. I can't fault her for that. And I have seen people online go from, you know, it's either we love her or we hate her to this middle group that's like, we feel really bad about what happened with Jason.
Mhm.
We see that she's trying. The people are a little more open than I kind of expected because online these days, people are very much in like one camp or another
Yeah.
camp, and people just want to fight. To see the nuance coming out in the Big Brother fandom about somebody like Angela who's super polarizing is actually really uplifting.
I know, who knew we were all capable of so much nuance? It's
Yeah.
typically one, yeah, it's like you said, it's typically one or the other. But yeah, this having this twist on a season with returning players
It's
is,
so unfair, but you
yeah.
know, it's Big Brother, and Big Brother is just inherently unfair.
Yeah, because we haven't even gotten to the part of this yet where it is sort of like, all right, so whoever gets this power, they're going to go in here and there's going to be a competition trial that takes place over the
Yeah.
next several weeks. If you win, complete it, you get the advantage. If you lose, you get the punishment. Like, watch Devins, who does have a big Survivor following. He gets to go in there,
Yep.
and it is okay, Devins. Your entire challenge is Survivor Edge of Extinction trivia. Are you ready to see how well you perform at this?
No, it absolutely won't be. That has not been on the show before. So one of the things that they said is that this is going to be something that you have seen on the show before. Matt, see yourself out.
No, listen, no, this is also not going to be, because the disdain that Julie had in her face when Devins came out in that
With his tie and his makeshift buff. I know. I was like, oh my goodness.
Julius. Did Julie not have any input in this? She seems very mad that there are survivors. You weren't acting like this with Sari, Julie. What's going on?
Very mad. It was very interesting to see that reaction from her.
Yeah, I'm very interested as well to sort of see what happens on the other side of this time capsule thing happening, because whoever receives it, they're going to have a lot of power when it comes to what they want to disclose and when they want to disclose it to other people. We know that this is Big Brother. You can't make up that you have some sort of power. Like, you can't pretend and do something like that. So if you bring it
Yep.
up, you have to explain the rules of it properly, and you are running a really big risk that everyone else is going to be able to keep that secret if you tell it even to like some of your closest allies.
I just hope if we end up seeing a punishment that it is going to be a punishment that actually isolates somebody important out of the game for even just a short amount of time, because I found that, like, as far as punishments goes,
Yeah.
these are the ones that typically affect the game in like some of the biggest ways.
Yes.
Like Dan's funeral.
100%. Like, that is the perfect example of this.
This is why I wish, and I know we're not really here to talk about the have-nots and all
Yeah,
that,
no.
but I really wish that the have-nots had more of a punishment like that, where they, you know, you're really fighting to not to be a have-not, instead of be like, I'll take it. I gotta sleep on this
Yeah.
bed and cold showers and whatever. It's a nothing.
Yeah.
It should actually mean something and affect the game in some way. So whether it's like, oh, for 6 hours during the day, you're alone, or you're with one other have-not locked away and you can't talk to anybody else. 6 hours in a game is a lifetime in this game. A lot can happen in that time that you are away.
Yeah, there needs to be real substantial meat in whether it is.
Real stakes.
Yeah, you want to not be a have-not. You don't want to get the punishment. Like,
Right.
I hope these are severe. I hope the rewards are not too huge that it completely breaks the game. We'll have to wait and see what sort of benefits from past seasons are ultimately coming back into the house.
Yep.
the last thing we'll say here is we're looking ahead to the head of household, and
Mhm.
we've talked about this. There are people like Camus, like Chuck, who have debated whether or not they even want to compete in all of this. That part of it is frustrating. The people
I'm
who
not mad about it now that Connor's like, I want out Drew. Cool, man. Throw your HOH. I don't have any problem with that.
I think the people who should be sweating the most when it comes to being nominated in the days ahead, Roman Lyric, you guys are a showmance. Everybody knows about you.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that's obviously going to build a target on you. The Rome group has talked a lot about Haley, and we know people don't really like Haley. It seems like she's an easy person to try to get up, try to get out of the game. And then you have D, who Mallory has said on multiple occasions she would like some element of vengeance for. I mean, if D goes out this early, like, it's going to be a real dagger in the heart of this season.
Vengeance? I mean, Mallory, come on. You didn't have any relationship with Dee. You hadn't really spent any time trying to get to know her, and you got yourself off the block. Move it along. Like, there are other reasons to get Dee rather than, well, she put me on the block. She's a competitor you don't want to sit at the end with. If Mallory was like, yes, this is why I don't want Dee, all right, I'm here for it. She put you on the block week 1 and she doesn't know who you are. You can get over that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to be able to forgive everything that happens in the. But
Adapt.
yeah, just like the first week, there's a reason why people who stay in the house until like day 50, they barely remember anything that even happened then, because the
That's
game,
right.
it's still in its formative stages. Like, let's just think back to last season. Who would have imagined that we would have had the entertainment gold that was the Vincent Morgan show for the entire second half of last season through that first week? Like, the narratives were so different.
Things completely changed. I mean, Vince was like running the house for the
Yes.
first while, and we had Rachel on the other side was like, I got to get Vince out. And then midway through the season, all of a sudden, it's like, we be working together. I'm like,
Yes.
what a twist.
That's why this season has a lot to live up to. Let's hope that the next 24 to 48 hours, like with the introduction of this twist, the new HOH, we can really have some fun. But, for now, we will wrap up this Big Brother 28 video.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Ashley's exit? Who do you believe is going to be getting this first BB Time Capsule? And be sure to join our YouTube memberships, because we will have that new Big Brother exclusive video there tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will see you here next time.